I welcome all of you in this spreadsheet class. And today we are going to take up a new topic, that is sensitivity analysis, and how we can model sensitivity analysis in Excel or in any spreadsheet model, spreadsheet software. Just 1 minute. Okay, so starting with the introduction of sensitivity analysis. What is sensitivity analysis? A few words about that. In any given model, as we all know that there are some kinds of inputs, and then we process those inputs to get the output. This is the basic structure of every model. Then we also know that the inputs can be divided into two types. Some of the inputs are controllable and some other inputs are uncontrollable. We cannot vary them, we cannot change them, so they are given, they are fixed.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please switch on your switch on your video before speaking.
Sir, I was saying that your voice is breaking.
Okay, Lalit Sekhar. Now, is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
So it should be okay now. So what I am telling is
Yes,
that
sir.
today this sensitivity analysis is a model that shows how target variables is another word for outcome or the output. How target variables are affected based on changes in input variables. So if we change the input variable, how the output will get affected. The modeling of this thing is known as sensitivity analysis. So sometimes what happens, uh, to estimate any model, we use some inputs, but the values of those inputs are subject to change. They can vary depending on various circumstances, but generally we model only a given scenario, only a given fixed input. So if we allow the input to change, what will be the impact of that change on the output? This kind of analysis is known as sensitivity analysis. So sensitivity analysis is a model that shows how target variables are affected based on changes in input variables. This is also known as what if analysis, and this is also known as simulation analysis or simply simulation. This is a basic there are different versions of simulation. This is a basic version of simulation. It is a way to predict outcome of a decision given a certain range of variables. So I have taken this example from the area of finance. This is a very famous formula for estimating the share price. So as per this model, the share price should be equal to dividend per share divided by cost of capital, that is K, minus growth rate. Very simple model in which there are three inputs. One is dividend, another is cost of capital, that is also known as WACC, weighted average cost of capital, or simply cost of capital. G is the growth rate or the growth rate of dividend. If we have these three figures, we can compute the share price. we can compute the share price based on these three inputs as per the Gordon dividend growth formula. This formula is known as Gordon dividend growth formula. Dividend divided by cost of capital minus growth rate. So this is the formula in front of you, this one. Here we have modeled the same formula given these three inputs. So let us model this. We will start with an equal sign. First, we will select dividend divided by cost of capital, which is 12%, minus the dividend growth, that is 10%, which is situated in cell B6. Now I will close this bracket. So now the formula is very simple: B4 divided by B5 minus B6. B4 is actually the dividend per share divided by cost of capital minus growth rate. So once I will press enter, the share price as implied by dividend growth model will be calculated. So now I am pressing enter. So it has calculated the share price depending on the formula. Now let me check whether the share price is changing or not. So if I assume that let us say the cost of capital for the company has increased from 12 to 13%. So I will change this figure from 12 to 13 and I will press enter, and the share price has changed to 2,497. Similarly, if I change the growth rate of dividend from 10 to 9%, so now the share price as predicted by dividend growth model is 1873. So this is the simple modeling of dividend growth model, or modeling of share price as per the dividend growth model. Now, what will happen since we are assuming that the cost of capital for the firm will be 13%, and the dividend will increase at a rate of 9%. These two things are actually we are assuming, but they are subject to a lot of ifs and buts. They can change. So we are interested in knowing the impact of change in the cost of capital and the dividend growth rate on the share price. If we change the growth rate from 9 to 10 or 11 or 12, say, let us change it to 11, or let us increase the cost of capital to 15%, etc. So there are different possibilities and combinations which are possible. And as a manager of a company, as a financial manager of a company, we are interested in knowing the different outcomes which are possible based on the change in the cost of capital and the growth rate of dividend. So in this case, we can take the help of sensitivity analysis feature that is available in most of the spreadsheet softwares. So what we can do here, here we can provide a reference of the outcome. This is a kind of table in front of you. At the upper left hand corner, we are providing the reference of the outcome, which is the share price. So it is situated in cell B7. So I am just providing a reference of this cell B7 here at the corner. So the same figure has been copied here also. 1873 rupees per share. So now let us try different combinations. So in the this row 16, 17, 18, 19 are actually the cost of capital. So let us change it to 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. Similar, I mean, we are expecting that the cost of capital may range between 15 to 19. Or the minimum cost of capital will be 15 and the maximum will be 19, or it can vary between these minimum and maximum figures. Similarly, we are estimating, we are guessing that the dividend will grow at a rate of 10% minimum, and at max the dividend can grow at a rate of 15%. So these are the possibilities that we are giving this formula. We want to introduce this kind of flexibility. So let us calculate this. So before calculating different outcomes, first we have to select this table. After selecting this table, go to the data tab. Under the data tab, you will find what if analysis. Is it visible? What if analysis? And
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
okay, Kanishka. So under this what if analysis, there are three options. The first one is scenario manager, the second one is goal seek, and the third one is data table. So in sensitivity analysis, we are going to use this third one, that is data table. So once we will select this data table, I will click on this data table. A box has popped up, which is asking me to define the row input and column input. Or it is asking me what is this figure 15%, 16%, 17%. So I will tell this software that this is weighted average cost of capital. So I have selected B5. Similarly, it is asking me to define the column input. What is this? These figures 10%, 12%, 13%. So I will tell this software that these figures are actually the growth which is situated in B6. So I will provide the reference of B6 here. And once I will click OK, different possible outcomes will be generated. So now it has generated different possibilities that are possible. If say for example, let us see this combination, this one. So if the cost of capital is 18% and dividend is growing at a rate of 10%, in that case, as per the dividend growth model, the share price should be 937. And here you can see that it is showing an error. So can anybody, tell me what is this? Is anyone aware of this? What is this?
The K and G are equal in the denominator, so that's why it is 0.
Okay, Aditya, you are right. Since the denominator is 0, so because 15 minus 15 will be 0, K is 15 and growth rate is also 15, so the denominator will be 0. So we cannot divide a figure by 0, that is why it is showing an error. This is divided by 0, div divided by 0. And let us check it whether, let us change this growth rate from 15 to 14.5, so that the denominator should not become 0. So once I will press enter, let us see what is happening here. So Now it has calculated. So you might be thinking it is still 15%. No, it is not. It is just, now 14.5 is visible here. So actually we can decide how much decimal points should be visible, and that option comes under the home tab here. So from here in the number box here, there are different options. So one of the options, let us select all this first. First we will select all this, come under the home tab, and from here we can decide how much decimal points should be visible. So based on our definition, it can round off the to that decimal points. So this is one thing. So again, let me repeat what I have done. I'm deleting this thing again. So first we will start by preparing a table, and we will copy the different inputs in rows and columns. So basically we are changing the two inputs at the same time. So in the rows, one input is weighted average cost of capital that we are changing, and in this column we are changing the growth rate of the dividend. So first we will type these dividend growths and cost of capital in this row, and then we will provide here the reference of the model, so or the model outcome. So after providing the reference of the model, we will select this whole table. I have selected this whole table. After selecting this whole table, I will go to the data tab. This is the data tab. Under the data tab, you will see what if analysis option. Once I will click that option, three more options will be visible. So the third option is data table. I will click on data table. After clicking on the data table, it will ask the row reference and the column reference. I mean, it is asking me what these figures are, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I will tell this software that this is cost of capital, which is situated in B5. Similarly, I will provide a reference for the column figures. That is the dividend growth rate. And after providing a reference of the column and row, I will click OK. And it will calculate the different possible share prices based on different combinations of cost of capital and dividend growth. So this is one example. I mean, we can take up example from any field, but this example of dividend growth model is very simple model. That is why I have taken this. I have shared with you this example sheet in the group. So kindly open this on your laptops and try to figure out how the function of data table and how what if analysis works. So until unless you do yourself, you will there will be some confusions in your mind, and once you will do it yourself, the concept will become clear. So any question, any confusion, any clarification you want to seek from me?
Sir, do we have to remember this or it will be provided to us during the practical?
Normally what happened in the past, normally what happened in the past that in the exams you will be provided the unsolved spreadsheets, and you will be supposed to solve or model the whatever is given to you. So exams are normally combinations of practical as well as viva. This is what happened in the past. I don't know what will happen in the future.
Excuse me, sir. So what if we remove the
Yes,
percentage signs from the column or the row? Will it affect?
it will not impact. Who are you?
Hello?
Who are you? Lalit.
Sir,
Yes, what's your name?
sir Aisha.
Aisha. So Aisha, we can remove the percentage sign. It will not impact the outcome. So how can we remove? Just select the whole data and come to the home tab, and under the home tab you will find a percentage sign here. Is it visible, the percentage sign?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So once I will click on the percentage sign, since I have already decided, yeah. So instead of percentage, now it has been converted into decimal format, but the outcome is same. So similarly, we can change this also like this.
So this is like we are converting it, right? But what if we only write
Yes.
15? Like, will it change?
Yes, in that case, it will change because the input is already in percentage form. The cost of capital and growth rate, these two inputs are expressed in terms of percentage. So how can we write percentage? Either we have to write it in expressed form like this 10. So this what 10? So we have to define it. What is this 10? So actually 10% is this figure is 10%. But this is if we write 10, the software will take it as 1000%. So that will not be correct.
Okay, thank you,
So
sir.
it is better. Okay, it is better we write in decimal format and change the format of the number to in terms of percentage. Format as a percent. Format as a percent. One more example is there in the second sheet. So try to do this on yourself. So this is an example of cost and revenue, and profit has been calculated. So depending on the number of shares sold and number of price per share. So on if we are varying the uh, price per share and the number of shares we are able to sell. So what will be the different possible profits? So try to do this yourself. Okay, now let me save your attendance. Okay, thank you very much for joining this class. Now I am signing off.